Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Seal Division 2. I made the spontaneous decision to stream today as I'm playing a tournament game against Kerb. So this is from the monthly tournament in the SDL Discord, so the open tournament I think it's called. And yeah, this is an interesting rule set where basically we both pick 4 divisions, and that's going to be a combined roster that we can pick from. So let's see how it goes. We do 2 bans each before that to get the most annoying of the annoying divisions out there. So I ban Aspen Castle, he banned third Canadian and Dodie. Not that I would play third on that map, to be honest. It's not really what I would prefer, but he didn't ban any of the really good ones, like 18th still open, 9K still open too, so let's see what it does. So for basically the whole tournament, except for one game at least that I can remember of, I was just going for fun but not good divisions, and let's see if we can continue that series or not. I definitely try to, but if Kerb is going to pick only the best divisions, I cannot go with an absolute meme division, otherwise it's not going to be a very enjoyable game for me to play or for you to watch. So there's a little bit more pressure now with me deciding to stream that. But other than that, let's see how this goes. And yeah, so we're definitely gonna, unless he comes in with like 18th SS and 9K and the like, I'm probably gonna go with some fun picks, I would think. Wrestle, of course, is also open. You could also pick that. There's plenty of good ones. But there's definitely some mid-tier ones that I could still react with that are not the top divisions. And I can still always go with 50 Exagger. It's also an option. Let's see. So the important thing here is, of course, any division that I pick, or not pick first, but any of the 4 divisions that I add to the roster, he can also pick, right? Because he's player 1. I should mention that. So he will have first pick. So naturally, I have to be a little bit careful with what I give him. I definitely shouldn't put anything in there that's better than anything else that's already there. Thank you, Jan Kristek. Hi, Emil. Nice to see you here. But I mean, regardless, as I said, it's just going to be a little bit of fun. Just put a bunch of OP divisions. No, I'm mostly having fun with low tier divisions so far, to be honest. And I think I've been very, except in one game against Roy, I've been pretty much sticking to that. I've definitely made some less than ideal picks and lost because of that. In some games, I've made less than ideal picks and I have lost games that I would have lost anyway. Well, that's not, it's not like I wouldn't have had any chance of winning, but realistically speaking, games against Koenig or Panzer, there's like maybe a 5% chance that I get to win a game. So there's that. But at the end of the day, it's it's more about fun for me. At least this rule set for me is mostly fun. And fun I've had so far. Like, this is definitely not an issue. Hi Roy. I said this is one of the only games where I actually played a decent division in this tournament. I think other than that, I just made meme picks. But that was also only because you put DFL there on the map. It was really good. I was like, oh, might need to adjust some of my picks as well. Kerb is still busy picking his 4 divisions. But he's typing, so I hope we're going to get them very soon. And then we can see what we can do in return. I need to get this open. There's some things here that would be fun. But let's see. I mean, this would be the way to go as Emil says. You match the power level of his division. But again, I'm more going for just fun kind of divisions. But if he goes in with like 9K, I'm not gonna pick Rukmarapana. Did that twice, and then once I played 17 of Divisiona. One of those games I actually won, the others not really. So I went very poorly actually. I actually wouldn't mind trying CL now that it's there. This is a division that I'm actually also not good with, but you know, it got buffed, so well, it would be interesting in trying that. But again, let's see. It really depends on what kind of divisions he selects. If it's mid-tier to low-tier ones, I'm going to go with full fun stuff. If it's good ones, I'm also going to match that, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit too boring for you guys to watch. Unless you really enjoy seeing me struggle. Yeah, okay. We have to match then. He picked third Falchimi, I get 142nd. Hermann going and Piechotti, so... I think we can pull out CL here. So these are not, you know, they're not the top of the top picks for this map specifically, but they're definitely good ones. They're not bad, so we should think about how we want to match this. Now, knowing Kerb, my guess, like I know he really loves 242nd and Hermann Koenig. Didn't know he's into Piechotti and Third Fallschirmjäger. Maybe these are also not his favorite picks here. But both seem to be... It's Oceanov, I should have said that. Sorry. Both of these are divisions, you know, that I can definitely see him playing. So we should think about how we can... Hamagari I'm not so worried about, despite him being super good with it. But, like, there's plenty of ways to counter that. But 242nd, he will be using the ice ones very well. So on the list, we're going to put CIL, just for the fun. Because remember, I can counter because I have a little flexibility. I'm not going to put anything super good. Do we try 28th Jäger? Although I think that we would be interested in trying. I think we do. So we're going to put 28th Jäger in there as well, just for a little bit of fun. I think that is a cool one. And it's good, but not top of the line. And then, so CL, 28th Jäger. What else could we put there? That is fun. With KBX, it's a good one, but you know, if he's putting Third Fallschirmjäger there and Hermann Göring, I think this is pretty much in line in terms of power. And then what else do we have? We're gonna go with another axis. We could put Ski Jäger there. Not super good, but it's gonna be fun, I think. I haven't played that much, but you know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Is there anything else that's super fun to put there? Well, I know that Hage is correct, especially in Kerb's hands. I'm not saying that it's not an issue. I'm just saying in terms of getting picks that can deal with it, it's not that big of an issue, in my opinion. Like, there's plenty of picks that can deal with the light armor, which is something that Kerb uses excellently. So this would be one of my main concerns here. Not the only one, of course. As I said, there's, you know, I'm not saying that the vision is not something to worry about in general. I'm just saying in terms of there's plenty of picks you can take that can deal with that. But I'm more worried about divisions that cannot deal with 242nd because of the annoying tanks that he gets. But yeah, I think we just go with Ski Jäger, with all the Jäger divisions in there. Let's go. Well, we actually had to round it up with 208 then, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not that crazy. I'm somewhat crazy, but not to that extent. What do we take 126 Gunnar? It's going to struggle a lot against his Gunnar, though. That much is... Yeah, this is a bad idea. So just go with Ski Jäger. We have a nice assortment there. CL, 50 BX-Jäger, 28th Jäger, Ski Jäger. On his side, third Fallschirmjäger, 242nd, Gordon Strolke, Hermann Göring, and Piechotti. So those are the options. He can first pick, so it's up to him to decide what he wants to take. I will just take whatever is left there, which should be plenty of options there to go somewhat competitively, I think. It's possible that Kerb is actually trying out new stuff too, but I think there's a 50% chance that it's either going to be 242nd or Hermann Göring. And then there's the others as well. So let's see what it's going to be. Either way, I think there's some fun options to pool, and all of those I actually don't mind playing either. I like Piechotti. I'm not necessarily good with it, but I like it. I like third Fallschirmjäger. I like 242nd. I like Hermann Göring. I like all of the ones that I picked, except CLs. Yeah, CL I didn't really like. But I haven't played in ages and just got buffed. So, you know, maybe it's something to look into again and see how that one's going to go. I actually really like the buffs that we've got. So, for those of you that have not known, where is it? These are now 30 points, down from 35. These are now 30 points, down from 35. And these were also, or maybe not. No, I think some, these were 30 before, or were those? I think one of them was, these must have been 30. These have been 34, now they're 30, I think. And then something else changed as well. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? These guys dropped down from 25 to 20, which is definitely more adequate for what it is. And I think there was another buff, but I kind of forgot which one that was. Either way, it should make the division definitely a little bit better, because previously it was just way too expensive, and it was barely playable in my opinion, because the problem was not that the infantry was bad, it's just that it was too expensive and it just still got out-traded easily. On top of you not having the same presence on the map due to units being more expensive. So that was a major issue of this, especially this thing here, which I get that it is chunky, but 35 points is a little bit excessive for this, definitely. So it's definitely way better now. Also ignore the build. This is another one of these builds that I made at some point. Most of my builds here are actually out of date. I made them at some point quite a long time ago. Definitely, I think all of them before, or most of them before I started making content, and I definitely improved a bit since then. And I don't play them very often, since I usually play tournaments, and I built my decks from scratch for tournaments specifically. So whatever you see there, legendary 8, yeah, I know. That one, I would build that differently nowadays. I would definitely build that differently. Right, Kerb's still deciding what he wants to do. I know, Koenig, but to be honest, this division I played, I think, once in the tournament and maybe once in the queue in like the last 2 years. And these I can actually delete now. Yeah. I also have a feeling he might play that, but he also really likes 242nd apparently. He just needs to decide. There was also somewhat buffed, more calmer, even more disheartened guys. Yeah, but not really good enough. Oh, I'm sure he would be happy, Koenig. I know. Well, let's be honest. CL you can still air spam even if you take the regular 20 mils. You should take them. I'm not arguing that, but it's not going to change the fact that you can air spam it. Definitely not. Yeah, true. Toulon actually got better too, but it's not going to change much. I mean, the bigger issue for Toulon is still that you need more quality and a little bit more depth in some of the tabs. So. Oh well, yeah, that's rough. Blood. It was. There we go. He goes with 242nd. Knew it. I knew it. Let's check again what we should. So it's probably not going to bring this. It's definitely going to bring this. All of this. These are going to be super annoying. He's going to have good AA, so air spamming is probably not the idea. The ideal way to go with it. Okay. And of course, ton of CQC. And otherwise, not too bad units. So there's that. Light armor can be an issue. I don't think I have any division with good light armor to actually counter this. So let's see. Don't want to pick Pirot into this. There's too many things here he can't deal with. I don't want to pick third Fallschirmjäger here necessarily. It's also not that. It's Ocean North. The divisions available are 3rd Fallschirmjäger, Hermann Göring, Piechotti, CL, 5th Gebirgsjäger, 28th Jäger, and Ski Jäger. And I'm definitely not going to pick Piechotti. I'm not going to pick 3rd Fallschirmjäger, I don't think. Maybe a Hage. Let's have another look at it. Where do we have it? Because, I mean, the light armor can be quite annoying for him. That's definitely one thing that I wouldn't mind. And we have, you know, Stream Off map in here. Oh, I still need to adjust that deck. I remember having a discussion with Emil in the comments, and I still haven't changed things. But I just have a feeling that the CQC might not be strong enough. But at the same time, that might be a pick. With KPX, I don't really want to take, since you kind of need your Air Force a little bit. And he picked 242nd. I'm very proficient with 50 KPX, but I don't think this is the right matchup for it necessarily. I really don't think it is. Alright, moving on. 20th Jäger. I kind of want to go with Ski Jäger. It's 100% a really bad counter pick, but it's just fun. It's a nice little division. But this is probably going to be a bit of a problem on Usha. These are actually not too bad. Got 2 cards of them. We got the nice MP44 units. 28th Yak would be the alternative. Or CL, of course. Hold on, does he have air spam? I think he does. Should we go with CL? Kind of countering the air spam nice, so it's something I'm a little bit worried about, but we go with it. We go with Ski Jäger. I want to see them on the map. It's a pool pick. I don't care. I'm playing this tournament for fun anyway. We're gonna play Maverick, of course. He's gonna play Vanguard. Actually, should probably not too late. We're gonna stick to Maverick. Vanguard is probably better on that map specifically, especially since he's gonna play Vanguard, and he's a tough nut to crack, really. All right, let's build the deck real quick. So, first off, these are the good armor ones. The veil, it's okay. This thing, actually not a bad pick, I would think. But this Rini will still pen it, but there's a chance that it doesn't. Although it's a really, I'm not sure if the uprise is worth it now with this. Alright, let's postpone that. Actually, we want to have both anyway, so there we go. So that's a tank tab. Also, just to be clear about this is not what I think is necessarily the best pick. This is what I think is the most fun pick. Just what I want to have is, want to make this very clear here. We're gonna open with the snipers, and then I mean, double availability is not too bad actually. And we're gonna take these guys as well. Since we're not going to have a ton of infantry, although it is kind of bad. Next up, the infantry tab, which is going to be tricky. We could take the Bewahrungs. Maybe. First off, though, we need to take these. I would love to take them at double it, but we can't really afford that. Then Ski Jäger, of course, we take 2 in A, 1 in B. Oh, now we're out, so maybe we should not take 2 in A. We take 1 in C. And then take the Ski Sturmjäger. Have a nice double vet. Let's go. And 75 infantry. They're all cheap though. Whew. 12 man. The other one has a sniper, but 12 man. 12 man wins for me personally. It's probably a little bit of a stretch, but let's see. Maybe we can kind of bolster our numbers here a little bit with that. Or of course we take this since it's a lot of fun. Also, we can one-shot anything that he has right back, including, oh, this is actually genius. I haven't thought of that. It's not genius, but He can pen the big boy. Although it's probably going to struggle unless it's very close. But anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also have the Jäger Flamers in here now. That's new, by the way. Was recently added. Great addition, though. We're going to need ammo. And I would love to have another MG42. But we have to see how that goes. Yeah, these... Against the Turans... Good option there. Do we need anything else in the fast transport? No, so we can take this in the Rouge. This thing also against the Turan? Probably not, really. Probably not. These things can be useful. Take them. We might need them against the Turan, and then in B-phase I just want to have some AD. Well, actually, screw that. Don't need that much. There's not that many tanks. Anyway, these guys... suck, but we have to take them. And here we go. Nabbles. We do take. Let's postpone that. We don't want to take too much Arab since he can counter it quite nicely actually. But this AA is expensive, so maybe Stuka. These are. It's an ME410. So it's going to drop the bombs relatively close, so it might still do damage. However, the reason why I don't really want to take it is... if there's any AA, it will spread. We've seen that in a recent cast. These... Ooh, I don't know. Koenig says it's always good. I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't like bringing planes that then fail to kill. So... But this to bait out some AA, I can definitely see that. Or this thing can also do the same thing, basically. Just bait out some AA, be annoying, and then let it be. We'll leave it at that. One fighter. We're not going to take more than that. The BBC ME410 is not going to bomb and then strafe in that matchup. The AT Stuka. Do we have... Oh, I missed that. Maybe. Let's see. Next thing. This thing apparently is good. We can do a Koenig here and take it in A-phase and see what we can do with it. Other than that, we get one of these in. And some of these in early on. That should do the trick. And now we have 5 points still to fill. We don't need more AT, I don't think we do. This sucks, so we're not going to take anything else in here. We don't need more armor necessarily. We can take more machine guns. That is always nice, especially since our infantry is kind of strained a little bit. And then we can take actually more planes or more artillery. I believe you that it is generally good, just I'm not debating whether this can kill. It can definitely, because it is a fighter bomber, so it will drop, even though it has small bombs, it will drop them relatively on target. My issue with this is, as soon as there's any AA, and we've seen this in the recent game, actually, that I live casted by Lizek, that some of these planes with these loadouts, as soon as there's any AA, any bit of suppression, they will spread them out quite largely, and then all of a sudden they will start missing. So, not killing, sorry. So this is why I don't like them. It's not that they don't do work, it's just the issue that when there's a bit of AA, even if they get through, they generally do suck, in my opinion. That's the issue. Like, if there's AA and they get through it, they will still not do what you want them to do. So they might as well not get through. That's kind of how I see it. They do pinning, all right, still. That's what they do. Bips is convinced that you should take this. I have said so earlier. I think that this thing is not a bad idea for strafing, but I might just not take it. I know that it won't get through, Roy, but this thing is cheaper, so you send it in, and then he has to buy AA, which is more expensive, and don't really plan on bring the rest of the Air Force at any point. That is the reasoning for that. It's just easy now. It's just easy trades or indirect trades now, basically. So I think we're going to go with that. I also need... could still get that one. Your parser asked for it, and I was wondering too. Because this, if I should take it, because this thing can do well against 2-1-1s, I think. Just the question is it worth, because this 2-1-1 will also one-shot this. Actually, no. I think let's double check the damage that the 2-1-1 has. But yeah, anyway, don't want to listen too much on this anyway, because otherwise, you know, it's a bit unfair to Kerb. By the way, just so it's clear, I generally would prefer if you don't try to give me any tips directly during the game, just to keep it fair against Kerb. So, because I do want to check chat sometimes. Sometimes I also forget anyway, and then it's not that big of a deal. We can discuss it at length afterwards. Any questions, of course, are always welcome. All right, let's. Actually, I need to check the change the income. Maverick. Custom game. There we go. And let's go. Let's see how this goes. I'm still pretty sure that it is a bad pick, but I just want to see how it works. It's fun. Look, Bibs, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but one thing that I've really started to hate is these kind of planes, because they're so cancer. I think you can ask Kerb. I once did that to him with Tetao. It is just... The other issues here about your Yapaza is too slow, but also that's just so cancer to play against. It's really not fun, in my opinion. It's something that literally should not be in the game, if you ask me. It's so annoying. All right, let's see. So he has some decently fast tools, but not a ton of it. Yeah, but here's the thing, Bibbs. For their price, their speed, turn radius sucks, yeah. The loadout and the resilience, it's way too cheap, actually. The problem is you wouldn't take them if they weren't cheap. Yeah, but even those are decently fast, Yapasa. Either way, I personally hate those heavy fighters. Not necessarily because they're bad. I see the value in them. I've used them in the past as well, but they're way too cheap for what they can actually do. And it's just something that I absolutely I find it so disgusting. And as you might know, things that are truly disgusting, I hate using them. And I'm not doing this because I feel better if I'm not like superior in any way because I'm not using it, but I'm just really not a fan of using things that I personally feel shouldn't be there. That's just my personal take on it. Pretty sure you pass it, you can do it with those. Maybe you need all three of them, but I'm pretty sure they can strafe a 7-1. I would be very surprised if they couldn't. All right, we're gonna do the Koenig. We're gonna bring this. The question is just where it's gonna push. So actually, hold on. Maybe we bring it not right away. Maybe we bring it where he's gonna be deploying strong, and once we know, bring the off-map lane. I really doubt he brings AA right away. We're also on the good side, which is one good thing for us. So, we sent the flames in here. Definitely gonna push that. We're gonna bring a sniper right away. Over here. That should do the trick. And also bring a sniper up here and just disrupt his deployment over there. Make it a little bit more annoying. Generally speak, generally love that. These are super good, so I don't really want to put it in here, but we need to put something in there. Alright, so Kerb actually likes to push here sometimes, so we should be ready for that. We also should be ready for a push down here. I could bring this early on. It only has 8 AT shells. Maybe not great. How fast are these? Not slower than a Turan, really. So we could have some of them at the ready. Over here. So we bring them everywhere, and then when the Turans start coming, we can deal with those. Maybe we put AT. If he pushes through there, now we're gonna put infantry here, and then it should be enough to deal with those tanks. For the open, this is I think what I'm mostly worried about. Oh, it's the IC-152 as well. I forgot about that. So the open is not actually. We're not actually dominating the open. No. We have to be very careful there. But it's only gonna get 2. Basically, like I get KV2. So maybe if we put it like right here, we should be able to contest the IC-152. Question is it really needed? I don't know. I'm gonna send the flamer over here to hold that. And now we need to decide how we're gonna do it at the flank. So this is prime territory for my Sturmjäger. So one should be able to hold this. He doesn't have to run force, could potentially force it off. To run once, we might actually be able to get close enough for the AT grenade. Maybe not. Let's see. Over here, we're also going to put some of them. We have taken those in B phase. Well, okay. This is what it is. We'll take some of these over here. These guys over there. This guy over here, this guy over here, and Pioneer. Actually, hold on. Let's think this through first. My deployment is very lackluster at the moment. We're going to change that. Machine gun over here for support. This is a place where I can easily push at the start, but we need to be able to back it up. So this is something I'm a little bit concerned about. This thing is super slow, but okay. We go with it. We go with the classical, let's push this and get some ground. Get some ground. Can be a risky call, but we risk it. I'm going to send some army here to back that up later on. I'm going to send some Skijäger. Should I send one of... Oh, these are actually... And hybrid stuff in here. Good. Okay. So we're actually going to pressure this now. Change the strategy. There we go. We're going to defend... We need to defend this probably in this. Now for over there, I have a feeling that maybe... And like this in here. This is close. Oh, this is perfect. Just make sure that you can't easily move through there. That's all we need. Now, for the town, I do want to have some Skijäger there. And some flamers, just in case he pushes that. And let's put one of these in position here as well. We could try and put something over here, just in case, yeah, machine gun, I think. In case he tries to rush down the hill there and get into the town. This is a nice position. You can also support this hold of this flag here for a little bit. Just be annoying and make sure that he wastes time over there. So this is all we're going to put on that flank, and this is the one we're actually going to defend and then push. Because if you have this and really hold this, we might actually be able to grab this flag and then extend the push over here. Make sure that we can hold the town long term. Of course, this is a better place for us to push, but we have less CQC than he has. So I don't really want to go in an extended fight over here. This is not ideal for me, I think. I really don't think it is. So over there, we're going to take infantry, Ski, Sturmjäger, Jäger, Pioneer. Hey, Ski Jäger. Flamers. More flamers. And you guys should be able to rush over here. And then we're going to push through there. We have these AT things ready there to go as well. Should get more. Okay, so we're going to put all of those over there so that we can deal with any armor that we encounter. Let's go. It's probably a bad idea to use them all in the same spot, but we probably don't need this. We can. It's almost the same price, so I might as well just take the tanky one. Never mind, we go back to taking it. And I can already see some of you being really, really shocked by this deployment. And I know, well, as I said, this tournament for me is more about having fun and trying some things out. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to do a large deployment over here. And then, yeah, we should have enough points ready. If he actually pushes hard here, we're just going to off-map. We have a lot of forces we can get in there. If he pushes here, we ignore it, build up a force, off-map, move in. If it pushes here, you can kind of see how it's going to go. The plan, regardless of what we do, is going to be we bring up the off-map plane. The only thing that we can't do is if he's actually doing a large armored push somewhere, we can't bring the off-map. That is the one scenario where this doesn't work. But let's see. Let's see. Okay, we have the tank over here. We can bring more things over here, actually. Get in here, and then we can start clearing this out as well and generate pressure from there. Actually, if I just keep buying infantry, I won't have any infantry to call in. That's maybe not a good idea. Let's think of how we can actually support what we have so far with some proper tools instead of just doing the same thing over and over again. Because otherwise, my wheel's going to yell at me for, and rightfully so. I'm not complaining. Rightfully so for not having enough armor. Actually, we should bring proper recon into position where I can actually see something. Because this one here is for disrupting stuff. So is I have more. Where did the other ones go? Oh, this one over here, and the one here is actually for spawning. So, but yeah, we could sneak the recon one though through there. See what we can find. And now we have 40 points left. Do another machine gun somewhere. Where could we bring that where it actually has an impact? Over here, no, it's not really worth it. Over here for the long run, no. We can put another unit in there for the push. And then the 20 points we can just save, honestly. Don't know where to put it just yet. Right, that looks acceptable. Ready? Good luck. Have fun. Actually, probably should have brought AA so that we can cover the off map if we bring it. But let's see. See what we can do with it. I probably would have been the better call to bring it at the start because you can also spot, but I'm just a little bit hesitant sending it out there without having a real plan to follow up. The issue with bringing this right away is, in my opinion, this map, it's not so easy for me to predict where it's actually going to be. Oh, he brings a recon plane. Oh, I forgot that he has these. Is he going to do strafing? Oh, Kerb. Come on, man. Come on. Disgusting. Yeah, and now I'm glad I didn't bring the off-map plane. Forgot that he has these. Come on, man. I hate this, as everyone knows. At least it's not an napalm plane. Yeah, that's true. Could be worse. Oh, he got in here first. Oy. Kerb is not holding back here, so there's no infantry push coming here. Alright, so there's some forces over here bringing... Yeah, let's get a tank in here. He knows that there's nothing there, basically. Let's kill that. No, I didn't want to fall back the leader. Yeah, this blob is currently basically useless. Okay. Now over here that should be safe. This is where we're gonna bring this now. Okay, we're gonna keep on pushing that. Oh, didn't realize I could be spotted from over there. Oop. Oh. We can... actually, we can't. There's a... No, we can. Okay, we need to react to that. 50 mils have been a big problem for me lately. They're very good, and a lot of people have been using them as of late. Actually, I should have called that back. I'm not sure if... No, it's forced off in time, so we can actually go over here and I'll drop the off and then move in over there. So this is where we're going to drop the next off map. Oh wow, okay, this is a good one, I have to admit, yeah. And let's get him out of there. Jesus. This thing. Okay, I'm glad I took those. We pull this back now. And shift that over here. This thing is... How is this thing still alive? Jesus. It's gonna kill me over here. Oh, he's a Nimrod over there. Okay. You... This is a slow rolling one. Still going. Ooh, and now we fall back. Oh, actually we can surrender this. Let's go after that. Let's go after this. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing's still here. I'm really annoyed by this. Like, how did this not die? We need to get something in here since pushing over there. It's got to be some of the weirder front lines we've had so far. But we can actually follow this up again. Over here. And just drop the next off map. Just ignore the center. If he kills it now, I don't mind. Oh, he's still got the surrender. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is not surrendered. Okay, it's dead. That is also acceptable. Oh, I'm losing heart now, don't I? Yeah, that was Can we engage this again? I think we can. I think pen this now. It's getting way too close. But we're losing heart nonetheless. I don't really know how we're going to change that, honestly. More arm at the moment, because this seems to be kind of a weakness of him. Right now, I'm going to need some reinforcements over there too. And I think we can maybe just drive this through. Jesus, look at that off map. Disgusting. Just surrender things as fast as we can. Come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. If it hits and pens, it's a one tap. Was not a one tap. Big sad. Very sad. Oh, that was a Srini. Jeez. Can you? Yep, thank you. Let's see what we can do over there. To get this thing over there, we need to get something in here. Well, here's the issue. Oh, it's whatever's pushing in here we'll be able to kill that. So we might need one of these. Let's see. What are we dealing with over here? This is not what I wanted to. Now we might as well just commit. Now we can fall back. Yeah, that was stupid. Could you not, please? Okay, I need to go after this now. And it got too close too quickly. Yeah, I think we can just throw in a Chi-Chi here. That did not go super well, but I mean, we had fun. Or we tried at least. Yeah, that was just not working out at all. But hey, it is what it is. I expected this to be fast, to be honest, because Kerb is way better than me. Like, this is not a good... And I picked Ski Jäger, which we all know is not the best call for this. Also, we have to say, Kerb, of course, is an expert in 242nd, and I played Ski Jäger, I think, once on stream, and that was the only time for at least 2 years, I think. I know I actually played once against Bori. That was it. No, Gaskar. Or Bori? One of the two. Don't remember. Tusen of is playing Vanguard. Look, Pips, there was really no way I was ever gonna get that back. I didn't have the CQC, and I was just playing it horribly, losing control over everything. And I didn't really have a way back in against some of the key assets he had. It's not that you can't recover from that, but the chances are super unlikely. And at the end of the day, I still, play for fun. So, just that. But yeah, Emil is pointing out that I spend too much time on things that need attention and didn't micro important finds. That's probably true. I'm just, honestly, this is something I'm horrible at, and I think we all know. Like watching if do nothing with them when you could do something else and then go back to units. I know, Emil, this is actually something I'm very much aware of, but my issue is I'm just too slow and really forget to get back to things. So in situations where I really want to micro something, very often it happens to me that I go away, do something else, and then I just completely forget about it, and then I wonder why the unit died. So this is why I do this, even though it's not optimal. But my short-term memory is just horrible. I forget, it's very short-term. Let's put it at that. But yeah, I know. Bips, I think I did put them on attack move actually, but those are basically useless anyway because they're AT purely. They don't have any HE whatsoever. And I kind of expected there to be more to run once in one spot, which wasn't the case. But we tried. We tried. Uh, bu- 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 bu. And the fast move orders next to the off map were deliberate, by the way, because those can surrender things. Well, the IS one was showing side armor meal. This is why I decided to engage, because that was actually the moment where I could have gotten the pen, but I didn't fall it back afterwards because I forgot to pay attention to it. Like I moved forward when I saw that it was showing side armor, and then I just didn't pay attention at all, and I probably could have moved it back when I had the chance to, but it is what it is. But anyway, we're gonna go on to the next one. I agree on the leader meal. This is definitely true. Not something I do super well with, to be honest. So this time I'm player one. Let's get some maps in there. Ah, he might have been. Oh, never mind. He's gonna get the maps. But yeah, this is true meal. Honestly, I just very often forget to bring leader for other things that are not AA or infantry. That's that. It's very bad. Also, at least one recon on your hill. I see that you often don't deploy much recon on the deployment phase. Dude, I had a recon on the central hill. I had a recon in the church tower. I had a recon that. This was not seeing things was not the issue in this game. I'm very this is something I very much argue about because very often there have been a few games recently where I didn't do, but very often I deploy a lot of recon at the start, or at least enough. Are Bewahrung useful for ski attack? Meh. So the issue is you don't get better availability than the ski Jäger themselves. And you can't bring them at single vet with the same availability. We can actually take a look real quick. So you get 8 ski Jäger with arguably the better loadout, and you get 8 Bewahrungs at no vet. Now they're super chunky, which is great, but I would argue at this availability, with the price, it's probably not the best call. Now, if you're really desperate for more infantry and don't want to take a leader, which I think is a mistake, or don't want to take the Sturm Ski Jäger because you're more concerned about range, then yeah, I think it can be a nice addition. Like, it is good to have it on top of what, So if we decide that we don't need these necessarily, I think having this is good for some extra range. But I'm not sure if I would take it for a quick play deck, honestly. Probably wouldn't. I probably would lean into the ski storm. Yeah, I can hope that I can find a use for them on whatever map you end up on. I think that would be my way of doing it. Not necessarily ideal, but yeah. I know that they want it, Mimil. It's not that I don't know it. It's just that I usually forget. And I very much agree on you pointing it out. But it's not something that I don't know. It's really more of an issue of me not being able to remember it in the moment. Something I need to work on. There's a lot of things I need to work on. But to be honest, recently I plan on getting back into training hard for the next season of League. But in the last couple of months, I really have not actually. I've not actually practiced that much, and I've taken it very casually. So it's time for me to change that again. And then I definitely need to work on those things. I'm not saying that I shouldn't do it now, but at the moment it's piling up the things that I need to change at, and it's just too many to work at once. But yeah. Oh no, it's I'm not beating myself to up. I mean, I'm just aware that recently I've taken it more casually than before, and it leads to the appropriate results. Like I'm not really expecting that much more, but that doesn't mean that I can't try, right? I didn't. So I think one of the most important things, even if you're not that in shape, is that you don't go in there and like, oh, I'm going to lose this. Which of course I know that the stream title might imply, but whenever I play, I don't really have that mindset. So this is something that I'm very much aware if I look at the matchup. But whenever I play, I'm like, okay, let's win this. All right. Anyway, the maps are Kostritsa, Szczecin, Ursha East, Slutsk West, and Ostrona. He banned Kostritsa, which I'm absolutely against because I love that map. I'm not going to be able to play, so I'm going to ban Ostrona because I hate that map. And all of the one, no, actually Slutsk West is also terrible. But I don't mind Szczecin or Ursha East. The problem is Kerb is really good on Szczecin, so it's going to be a tricky one. But this time, I'm going to be able to first pick. Mahahaha. And I'm going to go with bad ones. Yeah, he banned Ursha East. Are we going to play Slutsk West for once? Right, what type 1 in the chat if you want to see Slutsk West, even though it's going to be horrible. Or type 2 if you don't want to see Slutsk West. Because I wouldn't mind playing some of the heavy tank divisions that are usually quite bad, honestly, on most maps. But on that one, I can see that working. I'm horrible with heavy tanks, but because of that, I also never played them. And they can be fun. So something like 19th would be something, the Soviet parking, something you can actually play on that map. I don't even have a build of that too. Oh no, I should have one. I made a playing out division video with that one. Did I delete that? Did I delete that? I did. I didn't want to play that, I guess. Ooh, 78 Storm. Yeah, it's quite good at the moment, actually. So, chat is not really decided, so I'm going to decide. I'm going to ban Szczecin. We're gonna go with the 2K. And he's going to be able to ban some divisions. It's actually possible that 78 is going to be banned because he, I know that Kerb actually likes that division. So I wouldn't be surprised if he bans that one. So we're going to play. Look, whenever I'm not there for the fun, which for this tournament, I said from the start, I'm going to be in for the fun in that one. I would not pick Slutsk West whatsoever. It's one of the maps that I would never pick. But for this scenario, I don't mind. We can do that and have some fun there. Because, you know, you get, like, Slutsk West, as bad as the map is, you get some very unique engagements that you don't really get on any other map. So that's one of the things that is special about this map. If it were actually balanced, it would be quite fun, I would think. It's just that it isn't balanced. And here I'm not going to go with super meme divisions because, let's be honest, most of them don't have the 2K that you need for that map. So it would be a really bad idea to pick them. But there's a good list of things here that we could pick. So wait. So there we go. This would be okay. Nope. Nope. This would be okay. This Luftwaffe is really good here. Oh, actually, very good idea. This thing is actually good here too. For a tank, I would think. There's a lot of ISU 152s. It has the IS2s. It has the good IS2s. It's good. But yeah, actually, 6 and Luftwaffe, I like that idea. Is the good meme pick. Yeah, you're right. Very good idea. Very good idea. I love it. So, Kerb, if you're listening, you know what I'm going to go for. Don't show me the meta pick. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to ban that because otherwise it's going to pick it. And I don't want that. 21st Panzer. 21st Panzer would actually work on that map too, probably. Not a huge fan of it, but, you know. If you want to bring a King Tiger, that's probably the map for it. Is it the better one? It's the worst one. But that can matter if you go up against other King Tigers. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Mimil. He still needs to, wait, I think he needs to ban first, right? Yeah, he needs to ban first. He's thinking of what to ban. As much as I would love to go for the other meme pick with a King Tiger, which is Tet Out, this is really not good because of the face locking. Otherwise, I would love to do that. What else could we take? Well, what else is fun? Hi, Grim Guy. Oh, by the way, Grim Guy, I did I did check out the first game that you sent me, and I recorded. So it's gonna go live on what's the Wednesday, and then we can see what people think of it. I think it's 2-1. Trust me. Oh, we'll see. This says 2K. Is it at 2K? The Butcher King Tiger is always nearby. That's probably true. The only the long 88 threatens it, and even then it takes a while. Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, having the better armored one still adds to your chances, so still better. Just one card of 2K is no problem. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, we could actually, forgot about that. We could also go, of course. This would also be an option. It's much cheaper, similarly heavily armored, and we get the good pen as well. But it's not that much cheaper. It is cheaper. Tiny bit. He banned 16th Panzer and 78 Sturm. So, what I see is Luftwaffe is not banned. 715 also has it, yeah, but it's not that good. But I'm actually thinking 20th Panzergun might be the way to go. Do you have more 2K? That would be great. No, you don't, but that's all right. But I think that could actually work. This thing, not so much. Yeah, the King Tiger probably wins. You're right, Emil. But this is so much fun. And so unique. Dunkelman's König once and then lose to Wolfsburg. I have not won against König. Oh, I wish I did. In training games, but both the games I've won against König so far, and that's only 2, he could have won that easily if he played a better division. Or in one of them at least it would have been. But I think this one, yeah, we're gonna go for that. We need to get a good assortment of divisions though. I'm not going to give him more German ones though. But I've also never won again in a tournament game, by the way. To the person who's bringing that up. So no, it's not really that much of an achievement. Sometimes the division matchup is just horrible for your opponent. You have to be, the skill difference has to be really big sometimes to make up for that. We can give him 84. We can also give him. Yeah, I need to decide now. I don't want to put both in there, honestly. I want to put either I think I should only put one of the German divisions that I actually want to pick in the roster, because otherwise it's bad. So I need to decide whether I want to go for 20th Panzergren or for 16th. Let me double check real quick. Sorry, I hope you didn't hear that I had drank something with carbonated and that's coming up. 20th Panzergren. And this is whatever. This is of course is the real killer. These are really cool as well. It's so freaking expensive. Infantry is an issue, but so what? So there's one thing, and then there's of course the fun thing. Both of them are really cool though. Where did it go? Probably skipped over it, didn't I? There it is. And these are really cool. Gotta say. And you have King Tigers, 2 cards of it too. You don't have 2 KHE, so that's an advantage for the other one. But you can bring these guys and use them. It's not great, but you know, it works. Yeah, we're gonna go with Luftwaffe. We also have a ton of infantry spam. I think that's the way to go. And we're also giving him. There we go. Okay, so my 4 division picks are 16th Luftwaffe, 84, 21st Panzer, 3rd Guard tank. Now I really have to think about what he's gonna do, because if actually something I haven't thought of. This thing has 108 minutes of armor. So against the elephant, this is actually not a good pick. It's actually not that good of an engagement. If it brings 20th Panzergren, I might have to take that one then. Although this is a lot of fun. So, and you have the Nebels. Nebels can actually help a lot. You know, you don't need to kill the King Tiger. You just need to stress it out so that it misses more often than you engage with your King Tiger. Or elephant, or whatever it is. Plus you have these guys, which can help out too. Also is realistically not going to pen, let's be honest. I mean, what's the... Are they even in the stat sheet? Hold on. Let me pull up the Excel file. There's an Excel on weapon stats, and penetrations and the like. I'm not sure if they were added. Not sure when the guy last updated it, but I think there's Ultras from Lafay-chan, who's absolute legend for putting all of these things together. There we go. AP drop off. No, it's not in there. Okay. But at 2K, the effective penetration of a Nashorn Pack 43 or the King Tiger is going to be 165 millimeters. So I have to imagine it's just a little bit lower than that for this thing right here, which is going to mean the pen chance is not going to be super high. Actually, we can calculate that. There's also stats for that, but I don't mind. It's too much getting in here now and letting you wait. As because you need to keep talking, of course, while streaming, otherwise you're gonna be bored. Probably in between the top 2. So like 153. Yeah, this is what I would guess. It's not gonna be that much lower. That would still be 35 below the penetration, the armor of the elephant if it brings it, or 25 below. 25 would actually be okay-ish. 25 below. Well, the 165 is for the King Tiger gun. So that would of course change for the other one. But at least that's what the Excel sheet says. There we go. Kerb is typing. Let's see what we get. Oh, I need to ban first. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was my bad. I banned 20th Panzergren then, so that I don't have to go up against it. Is there any division that has the good King Tiger in it that I need to ban? So you ban 16th Tank, which has the good one in there. Yep. I don't think there's any other divisions, right? Yeah, I need to do the bans. He just reminded me. I wrote him my picks and then it was like, Mister, you forgot something. Yeah, we're gonna ban 20th Panzergren, and I'm gonna ban 100. Probably not worth it, but I think I'm still gonna ban 715th. Because that one also has more than one elephant card. Yeah, Teta I'm not concerned about. Teta I think is not an issue. Yeah, I banned 7 on the 15th and I banned 20th Panzergren. And I'm gonna have picked 16th Luftwaffe, 84th, 21st Panzer, and 3rd Tank. Realistically speaking, we're probably gonna be finding 16th Luftwaffe versus 21st Panzer, because those are probably the best picks here, in my opinion. If you don't want to fight, like if your opponent, if you have to be afraid that your opponent picks a King Tiger, you want to respond with that. Something like this is probably not really an option. This doesn't have the pen you need. Then you have the Yak Panther, which can technically do it, but it's going to struggle at 2k, and the King Tiger will not struggle penning this. So, like something like Walter, Dünkirchen, or 352nd, I think it's called. Yep. Are not really something you want to take here. It's not a serious option. And I'm fine with him having 21st Panzer, really. It's a good, it's like, it's not a bad pick here. It's seriously not a bad pick if I pick 16th. It's just about the fun aspect of things. This one doesn't have any, this one doesn't have any super heavies. But he probably doesn't want to pick any Soviets. I think that's the most important thing here. They're really just talking about axis. You could also take this one, but there is one elephant that is face locked to A face, so that's not a good idea. Let's be real. And other than that, I think it's not King Tigers, actually. He'd also try to go with something that just air spams the shit out of it. Or he decides to go with 122nd and just gets all the group out. Which again is not great, but can work. But yeah. Oh, 21st Panzer, yeah, it has all the Lorraines. This is going to be very annoying. But it's all right. That's all right. Intro first of them, yeah. If you haven't, so I have played once against someone playing 21st Panzer with all the Lorraines in there, and I think all of them B and C phase, and it was on Krupa too. So it was just one. I think it's what I hate about the queue with no time limit. It was just neither of us really got across and the river, and it was just a huge arty party. I think I was playing 715, so I had the Lorraines too, but not as many. And it was just a huge arty party, and at some point came the King Tigers and just one massive blob of Panzerfools. It was very interesting and a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna pick 16th Luftwaffe. His suggestions were Hermann Göring, 4th US, 4th Fallschirmjäger, and Guards Armored. And I'm pretty sure, that, yeah, he's gonna pick 21st Panzer. Would be bad not to, I think. Let's get there. 16th. Who do you think is the strongest player currently in SD2 in history? Don't count Gonzo. Well, at the moment, Gonzo would be the answer, but if it's not Gonzo, I have to think. Just give me a second. History, I really don't know. I have not following the competitive community for long enough at all. So I really don't think I can make any judgment on who was the best in history. I've not been here for long enough at all. I think we're going to start the action in B phase, and of course we have to start with our friend Knispel. That should be enough, or are we going to go nomad? Are we going to bring 6 to King Tiger? That would be fun. Other than that, at the moment, I think if you don't count Gonzo, The strongest players at the moment, I can't pick a single one. It's going to be Mimil, Koenig, Yapasa, and Luna. I think those are like the 4 candidates for taking that spot. But really, like, I think if you go to Division 1, it's very close. So, like, Kerb... Yeah, true, Mimil has suffered. He's not there anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's like... Farid is not really that far below there either. Stan is not that far below there either. I would think that... Yeah, true, Mimil is washed now. But before that, I'd say... Depending on how recent you mean, Mimil would definitely be in there still. But I would say that these 4 that I named are a little bit better because they have a little bit more flexibility in their playstyle. Although Koenig is also rather one-dimensional. But yeah, those would be my suggestions for contestants of the best spots. I wouldn't really be able to say who is actually the best. Sempo with 2nd Panzer. I don't know. I mean, I have definitely lost against him, but you can you can counter it if you know what he's doing. That's not impossible. Muzes, in my opinion, Luna and Koenig are the best now. Yeah. Right now, I agree with you since you're a little bit out of shape, as we've seen in the latest games and tournaments. Yeah, those are probably it. If you go back a little bit more, you were probably in there again. But yeah, this is it. Unord came very far as well in the last league season, but he was away, then came back for that one, so I wouldn't really count him at the moment since he's not actually that active. So he's really active for that one tournament and then not anymore. I mean, great show of skill though, coming back and getting into the finals, so maybe we should put him in there as well. But from the ones that are currently actively playing, you pass Luna and Koenig. And I think between those, it's rather undecided. I don't know cares. I have no idea. As if anyone is not in there, okay? No hard feelings. There's players that I probably do not know. So there's that. And I'm not claiming to know who's definitely the best. These are just my takes on it. Alright, so we're going to take this in A phase, I think, to get the TK nice and quick. I'm going to take more of those in. Oh, we have to decide later. King Tiger. As much as I'd love to do a King Tiger opener, we could also take 1 King Tiger in A phase and then all of the others in C phase. We only get 1 less in total. This is an absolute chat move that's going to cost me the game. And the other question is, do we want to take Stux or not? You have to decide when I know what he's actually picking. Still deciding. Let's go to that 3. So we need these. We need them as our 2 KHE, actually. We need this to deal with whatever else we cannot deal with. We'll look at the rest later. But I think this is set. This is a must take. I'm going to take a recon plane. Let's see for the rest. Again, depends on what he picks. With 21st Panzer, we can actually go with these guys, because 21st Panzer doesn't have a ton of AA, from what I can recall. I might be wrong, though. Actually, let me double check. He has to take that one. It'd be stupid not to. But then again, you know, he might have some other ideas of what to do. So, I might be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. This one also has the 88, which is nice. Yeah, this one is pretty good. I agree. Is it 20 mil recon? Hold on. Oh, I know which one. It's the same that Wounded 8 gets, right? I have to imagine. Yeah, that would be a reason for taking it. But it has bad resilience. So it really depends on what he takes. If it's something where I think a recon plane with guns is useful, then I will take it. Otherwise, I'd rather go with the other one. It is not decided yet, so I can't really fully build my deck for that. I think we're going to cut down on the infantry a little bit. All I need the infantry to do is being there. And in some selected areas, actually it's the wrong deck. Did I delete it? No, I didn't. In some selected areas, it might need to fight. These guys might need to fight. But we're going to take a leader with that. Actually, that one. This one is also going to... This one we might want to take. But yeah. I really struggle starting building now if I don't know what I'm up against, honestly. Because a lot of choices here would probably depend on that. Like, if he's not taking a lot of... something with a lot of light armor, I wouldn't even mind taking these for some cheap AA. AT early on. Maybe not this one, but that one. For 80 points, I think it's hard to pass on. Depending on what he takes, again. But this thing I'm kind of tempted to taking. It's super cheap. It has HE. It can do a little bit of infantry support. But again, depends a lot on what he actually brings out. Also depends a bit on his income, because I'm not sure if I should do it that way. But I think balance is the way to go. If he picks balance, I'm going to go with Juggernaut, which is going to lose me the game. Because so far, I've seen Juggernaut losing pretty consistently, but I don't care. But yeah, so this we can set. This is good to have. Oh, he tries Hermann Göring, Vanguard. Oh, he brings a Sturmtiger. Can the Sturmtiger delete the King Tiger in one shot? That's a question now. Okay, so, but that tells me that we want to have these guys in the Horse. That's a very good thing. I want to take these things. It can't. Okay, good. Then I don't mind. So we're going to bring this. This is set. I think we're going to go balance for the fun. Right, we have to. If we want the bad side of the map, that's probably GG's, but I don't care. Bal. Because we're chats. Okay, so... That means, though... that we might not have to... Well, we're still not... No, we're not going to buy any of them in B-phase, really. I think that would be too expensive. It doesn't really have much 2k, so the Tigers in B-phase I can still see. Just outranging whatever he has. This we leave as it is. This we leave as it is. We're definitely going to bring this then. Especially in A-phase, since we might be able to take advantage of the fact they might not have much AA there, since it's very cheap. We spam this in C-phase. B-phase, we don't bring any planes unless we really have to. Oh, I know what he's going to do. He's going to bring out the AA plane. The Stuka. So we're going to bring this then. This is, I know that this is one of Kerb's favorite moves. I've been in that spot a few times, allegedly, that I have lost to Kerb's Ju-87 early on. That may or may not have happened. But yeah, these are more for 2k anyway, but we have them. So we actually should... Honestly, this might be okay. It's horrible, but it might be. You take this in A phase though. B phase, some pack 40s, and this rack. Should probably take that too. I might go back and forth on some of the things over here. Ammo, we're definitely gonna need that. We are also... Oh, this is actually not too bad, true, but we have leaders everywhere. For 20 points, let's see. We don't bring this, it's not worth it. This, on the other hand, hold on. It doesn't have the availability like an ersatz. Okay, take that one then. Although 10 points. Convinced, sold. We'll leave it at that for now. These are options, but I might go back to those later on, since they're not top priority for me. And let's go with the infantry now, because that one's actually going to matter. CQC, yes please, in both phases. Luftwaffe Jäger. Yes, we're going to spam those. We're also going to spam the Luftwaffe Jäger MG34, both phases. And in C phase, might as well just spam a ton of those. We need a second leader in B phase. So now we go to the question of, this is apparently quite good, I think. So we actually should take those over the Luftwaffe Jäger, probably. We'll take the Luftwaffe Ersatz in A phase. Having this is useful though against light armor heavy division like Hermann Göring. So something that we should consider. Taking Flakkampftruppen. And Hermann Göring would also be useful. But I think we're just going to do ton of infantry everywhere and see how this goes. We don't necessarily need more Air Force. We might need more artillery in the long run to really get the grind going. We don't need more AA. I don't think we do. More tanks would be useful, honestly, but I think we can survive on that specific map with what we have here. This looks okay, all things considered. Anything else we should do? King Tiger in face is such a stupid idea. But I'm gonna buy it. We're gonna do it. This is not that horrible because we can't have a leader everywhere, so having some military police somewhere is useful, especially since we want to bring those with the King Tiger and the A next to the King Tiger to buff that up. This is some with King Tigers. I won't forget doing that because we need to buff up our A next to the King Tiger. So should we actually take this then? That's more expensive though. I think this a triple vet should do. Trick. More machine guns. I'm very much afraid of Kerb's opener with the SPW, so more AT wouldn't be bad. I don't think we can fit it in. But this one we're 100% going to take. What do we really need here? We don't need more than that. We could take this actually. We could take it this time. You know what? We're going to do that. He has used the disgusting strategy of strafing with the plane, the opener, so I don't mind bringing these out now. And let's go. Invite code. Need to select the correct map, which is Slitsk West. There we go. It's going to be Axis versus Axis. And there we go. So basically, hello Kutank. I says my team game version of this deck has over 200 infantry. I've never run out of this deck before. Wow. Vivian says you need cheaper answers to problems in A phase. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe answer you. The question is in what tab? We need cheaper answers. So maybe a mortar would be useful for infantry situations. Or this thing instead of a mortar. 48 G shells and radio is actually way better than a mortar. You can also use this AT if needed. Albeit being it not that cheap. Actually, why did I take more in B phase? That's not necessarily needed. But yeah, this thing in A phase I think could be useful. We move this to C. Might not actually need it at all. The Nebels will probably do the trick for us. Let's leave that out open for now. Let's see what we can bring out. So we have these things. Kerb picked Hermann Göring. AA, we do have cheap AA with these guys. So I'm not that concerned about that specifically. Maybe a plane in A phase, but that's also going to be expensive. Wait, didn't I not? Oh. Hold on. That is not my build. That is my regular build, which I also should update at some point. Where's the other one? Where did that go? There it is. That looks more like we have it. The cheaper answers, yeah. So let's take a look here. Actually, but yeah, this artillery piece I wouldn't mind. Do we really need that much infantry in B phase? We have this trick in A phase. The question is, what do we want to take out to get it? But I actually do want to fit this in now. Do we hope that this is enough as 2k? Because I think this could be really good for support, actually. I really like this. Okay, Mill believes we need more troops. Okay, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to you. But I need to find something to take. I don't really want to take the recon out, but I kind of want to take the recon out. I know it's a bad idea. This is so spammable though. We don't need that many on this map, let's be honest. It's probably gonna be okay. There, done. I think that's the way to go. Don't need 288, can you? No. I'm joking. Let's take the strafe plane out. No! We're not gonna take the strafe plane out. We probably should, honestly. Actually, that gives us 2 more points, which we could use for other things. What did I just remove? Infantry. Even on the bad side, he's a bit cooked, even with Hermann. Well, on the good side, I'm cooked because he can generate so much pressure. On the bad side, he's going to be cooked because on the bad side. But Hermann Göring doesn't really have that much pushing power, I don't think, on that map, other than the opener, which Kerb is really good at. Kerb with anything with light armor, rush is very dangerous. Like, this is a thing he's really good at. So that's super scary. I know I removed the 88. But Mamil is of the opinion that we don't need that in A phase. Which, you know, is probably correct, actually. Yeah, that is... You mean this one? Yeah, I was wondering if I should take it or not. I mean, it's 6-9, it's not that bad, actually. And you can nicely support your stuff. I've been wondering this already. I'm just not sure if we need that much infantry, honestly. Honestly, it's west specifically. And tempted to take this as more 2k HE, even though it's not great. Okay, we're gonna do it. But if I'm missing, if I'm missing some of these tools, I'm gonna tell you I told you so afterwards. All right, let's get this going. Then he is ready. Let's get this going. Well, there's no debate, Vladimir, that the military police unit is good. Like in a normal build, I would do that. Okay, so I'm on the good side. So, first off, we're gonna have to cut down, like, he's gonna rush this with light armor. I know he will. We're gonna send 2 of those in. Then we follow up with these guys. But this, I think this is pretty much set. Like, this is how he plays. I really kind of want to bring the King Tiger here. It is probably a stupid idea. No, it's not probably. It's stupid because it's like so many points. But I want to do it. So, okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to deploy everything else. And then we're going to see if it is possible to fit it in there or not. If not, we're not going to do that. I know that's a stupid idea. No one needs to tell me it's a stupid idea. I know it. But it's going to be for the fun of it. Okay, let's do it. And then if I can really not put enough units down everywhere else, we are going to remove it. Because what it's going to need is it's going to need this. It's going to need this. And it's going to need this. And then we're going to put this in here. Yeah, but this comes in fast, and okay, we can take those. Oh, actually, yeah, you can spread them out. But I'm afraid of the Stuka tank buster at the start. This is why I want to have proper EA there. All right. Gonna spread them out. We get 3 single vet, 20 mils then. Hopefully that's gonna do. We're gonna bring more anyway in the town probably. So that might just add up enough. We're gonna bring one over here as well. In here. Back here for now. And then we can use it to engage whatever is there. Alright, we are gonna get like these guys in. These are one of the few not disarmed in it. Okay, so this is what we do now. Over here. Actually, it could work out. It could work out. It's probably not gonna work out well, but it's gonna work out. Like in terms of points that we invest. I'm not claiming it's gonna work out in terms of I'm gonna do this. I'm not doing this very often, but on this specific map in this specific spot I actually like doing that. I'm gonna put this in here as well. I'm just gonna put this over here. And we're gonna put a flamer next behind it. So in today's video we had the American Civil War. Today we are gonna have the German Civil War. It's gonna accomplish absolutely nothing here, Parser. But it means I'm gonna get that flag for free. Basically forever. Probably. It will be intimidating. Exactly. It's about sending a message, you know. Actually, it's really bad. I'm really thin. Everywhere, kinda. It's gonna be alright. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe. This looks good for 5 minutes that the army comes. Yeah, probably. Probably. But let's be real. Like, what can we do if not having some fun? I'm rushing. Actually, I would wish I had more of those. Okay, this is not going to work that way. We don't need that flamer to back this up. We don't need the second flamer over here. That means we can get more. Get those two in. Here. And that's going to be it. Ready. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, you're quick. Yeah, if you only knew. There's a reason for that. It's not that hard to think where you're going to spend your points if like 1/3 of it's going into one unit, and half of it, like half of your total points, you're going to spend on the unit itself and support units. He knows. Yeah, he probably knows. I mean, I just need to make sure it's not going to get flanked. If you get unlucky, you're dead in 5 minutes. I know. The higher divisions, the less amount of AT guns used in deployment. And why is counter pick 16 Luftwaffe? Because it's a Chad. And he really loves that division. It's one of Kerb's favorite divisions. It might be his absolute favorite division, actually. Or maybe 242nd has taken a spot, but those two are the favorite ones. But so my plan is to actually try to pressure the center here. And then shift over here if I can, just generate pressure over there as well. It's not the lost cause of a game. Like, I mean, for me, probably, yes. But I'm doing it for fun, and Kerb is not a bad player. Kerb is very good with openers. And he probably knows I'm going to bring a King Tiger at the start. So his plan is to rush light armor everywhere and just overwhelm me. This is going to be what he's going to do. So this is why this might not be that bad of a pick as some people might believe it is. He's not going to have many more points than you. He's likely to buy an AT plane in case. It's not all. Maybe, if he's smart, which Kerb is, generally speaking, he is going to realize that what he can do. Actually, we're going to have that just in here, just so that it doesn't immediately get killed. Because what he can do is he can just ignore it. This is the best thing you can do with any King Tiger in any game. And this is true here as well. This is why this is a bad thing. I'm doing it regardless. But the best thing you can do with a King Tiger showing up on the map, same for an IS-2 by the way, just ignore it. It's a huge point investment. There is usually more points being invested next to it because it needs, as you can see here, it needs AA, it needs a leader, it needs recon. All these kind of things. Speaking of recon, I know Bibbs is going to complain. I have completely ignored it in this game. And I know that. And it's going to come back to haunt me. But I did this deliberately. I did this knowingly, and I'm gonna accept the consequences of that. But what I was gonna say is just ignore it, push everywhere else, because it needs all these kind of support units. So you're looking at 350 points investment minimum, and similar for the IS-2. So especially if you see this at the start, but even later on, you know, the opponent has all the points focused in that area. So you can focus all your points in another area and just push over there. So just that. And that's exactly what it's going to do. Yeah, that's a good idea, Emil. I agree. I agree on that. But let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I might need to bring in some tanks to stop some of his armor pushes if he's going to break through anywhere. Airspring Goring is a hard thing to do. Yes and no. The division does have AA, but what the division doesn't have is cheap AA. For the most part. You do have single 20 mils, but they're not going to stop a lot of the things in here, especially this one. Single 20 mils is not going to stop that. So the next best thing you can do is bring a STK Z71 or an 88, both of which are expensive. So you can kind of air spam it in that regard. One that the LA Ersatz have, the Luftwaffe Ersatz mean. This one is good. This one is good. This one is one that's similar to that one. But yeah, I have basically no inf in here. So that could backfire heavily. But knowing Kerb, he's going to rush a lot of light armor. Now he's also going to follow up with infantry. So again, I'm probably cooked here. This is really kind of an all or nothing kind of play. It's either going to hard counter what he does, or it's going to not counter it at all. It's going to be in the finals. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Well, with Unga Bunga rushing way to the spawn, I'm just gonna put an AT unit like over here with some recon and rush everything else. That's gonna be the strat there.
Wir brauchen eine gute Feuerstellung. Die Punkt erreicht. Raus mit euch. Ziel anvisieren. Feuer.
I need to kill that because that's gonna do more damage in the long run.
Wir haben Verluste erlitten.
This is where I'm gonna bring another one of these in now. Another one of these. I forgot about that.
Es hat Unteroffizier Steine erwischt. Weihnachten ist der Krieg vorbei.
He's not actually pushing this.
Wir
Interesting.
schaffen es nicht.
He probably knew that I was gonna... not. It has weak sidearms, so this is something I need to be worried about. Oh, I actually had 3 sides to open up.
Höre Sie klar und deutlich. Verdammt, hier ist ganz schön was los. Wie lautet der Plan?
Okay, forced off the AT plane. I knew he was going to bring that.
Wie sieht's aus, Hauptmann? Jawohl. Ladeschütze. Panzergranate bereithalten.
Can you please shoot? No, you cannot.
Fahrzeug einsatzbereit.
Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Pack zur Stelle. Feind gesichtet. Wir sind festgenagelt.
Okay, he also cannot do anything here.
Jawohl, Kommandant.
Kinda sucks. I don't want it to get stuck on infantry. I need to kill that light armor.
Feind gesichtet.
The next thing is we need to get more AA in.
Deckung. Explosionsgefahr.
Um,
Für die Jagd.
should be able to kill that, and then we're gonna get this in.
Deckung. Wie sieht's aus, Hauptmann? Wir wurden aufgeklärt. Jawohl, Herr Kommandant. Siegpunkt erreicht. Raus mit euch.
Oh, that's the strat here. We might just kill it with one of these things. And get over. Actually, let's get over there. We need to put something here just to make sure he can't easily push through there. And then we need to shift this whole blob over here. And then I think we're gonna just strafe that to death, probably.
Haha, das hat
This is exactly what I meant about Kerb pushing, by the way. This is his
Taxi, dort müssen wir hin.
This is his prime strategy, rushing in with these guys.
Arsch an Hand. Zu Befehl.
It's done this very nicely, by the way. This is in a good spot to actually deal with the Marder. It was not even deliberate. There we go.
Wollen Sie mitfahren?
More spam, bring in a leader, bring this thing here.
Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
Another one of these guys in.
Ruhe. Erhört.
Kill those.
Volle Schwarze. Marschbereitschaft hergestellt. Haha, das hat gesessen. Wir stehen unter Beschuss. Können es kaum erwarten. Ziel anvisiert. Feuer frei.
Okay, as soon as we dealt with that, oh, there we go. Nice kill over there. We need to secure this off now as well with some AT. Now we can get going over here.
Code 1 an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen. Feind direkt vor eigener
Oh, it
Stellung.
suffers from hill depression. That's really bad. Beautiful curb there. It's not a nice feeling.
Melden uns zum Dienst, Herr Kommandant.
I know.
Gute
I know
Arbeit.
your pain, Kerb.
Der hat uns erwischt. Höre Sie klar und
Well, we
deutlich.
can probably kill that from over there. Should get something in here in the forests, just in case it's pushing that. Marder versus Stug. Get the first shot off. Nope, not really that much. We got the first pen, that's good. And then...
Achtung, der Feind ist in der Nähe. Auf der
Oh,
Suche nach
let's shift
Rüstung.
those back. Deal with that.
Wir wurden getroffen. Feind
Let's bring that to safety.
Erkannten Feind niederkämpfen. MG einsatzbereit.
He's gonna smoke his way in over there afterwards. Okay.
Jawohl, Hauptmann.
If that's only... It doesn't really have anything here that can stop those, so let's go with that. Or we can kill that,
Hergestellt.
probably.
Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich. Sanitäter! Wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Haha, das hat gesessen.
See if we can get back in there. Bring reinforcements over here. Something in here just to see what's over there. Oh, that got deleted. Shift that back over there. Oh, that's an armor. Oh, he's bringing the light cheap tanks. Well, if he brings those in one row, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this thing here and just fly over it, and it's gonna kill all of them at once.
Wir können nicht mehr. Sanitäter! Wie lauten Ihre Befehle?
We can maybe engage that one.
Sanitäter!
It's gonna blob them, so all we need is those surviving for long enough, and then we just fly over it.
Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt.
There we go.
Gipsleitstelle. Vorwärts.
I just need you to spot this and to not die.
Feind direkt vor eigener Stellung. Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze.
Hello? Can you not see that?
Einsatzbereit.
Oh, now he can.
Direkt vor eigener Stellung.
Thank you.
Unten bleiben! Rot 1 an alle. Funküberprüfung.
Showing side armor.
Feind direkt vor eigener Stellung.
No. Yeah, okay, that's probably GG's. Hold on, what happened to that? Why is it... Oh no, it stopped.
Nimm die Beine in die Hand! Ich liebe den Geruch von Feuer am Morgen.
No. Yeah, it was in a bad spot. And I screwed up.
Ihren Diensten, Herr Kommandant. Feind direkt vor eigener Stellung. Tanks voll, sind von
Yeah,
Richtung
that was bad on my side. So now we need a proper tank to stop this. Oh, I hate this. I queued up the order and lost line of sight, then dropped the bonds and they're gonna go away. That was really bad. That was really bad. So this we can fix.
Nimm die Beine in die Hand!
No, we don't have enough points for the Stück. We still have enough points for this one though. We're gonna put it over here. Dude,
Rückzug. Schützt
the
die
only one AA was not actually the issue. The issue was that it was back here, where, as you can see, the line of sight is really bad.
Tanks. Gib ihm auf.
So, that was the problem. No, infantry is needed because you need to hold ground. You just need to hold the flag here. But yeah, I think this is okay. We can have another go. This could have been prevented, but I hate how this queuing up thing works usually.
Unten bleiben!
Okay.
Verstanden. 360.
Now we got them off. Didn't really get a kill. Oop. We need to stop things over here. And now we can bring one of these in.
Ah, es hat mich erwischt!
But yeah, I mean, this is pretty lost. I don't really see myself getting back from this.
Ruhe. Herhören.
Anything else we can call in at the moment?
Brauchen Sie Feuer.
Hey, look at that! It's actually winning against the Valkyrie. It's not as horrible as I would have thought.
Kameraden, das war's.
Well, it's not about traits. It's also about the position on the map. Like this at the moment, there's a lot of tools that I just can't deal with. So even though I may not have traded poorly, which I think I did, I don't have anything that can prevent him from continuing to push and pressure me and kill some of my important units. So if I can force some of this back, and I also need to do that very quickly too, so that's the other issue. Put something in here. Yes, exactly as Emil says, the trades are terrible. Like, I have not traded well. I'm very much not agreeing to this. But as I said, even if I did, the issue is going to be, the issue that we have here is that even if I traded okay, what's important here is the tools that I have and the tools that I don't have. And I don't have any of the tools that I need to stop what he has here. So it doesn't really matter if I traded well or not. If I can't stop the push that he's doing and is killing all the things that I will need afterwards, what am I going to do, right? This is kind of how it works. I might get a side shot in here. Just turn off the AG. And we can actually help out with one of these, because otherwise I'm not really going to get past that. But yeah, totally defeat incoming. Probably yes. Okay.
Bin auf Empfang. Unten bleiben!
No, he's turned.
6, kampfbereit. Was gibt's, Leitstelle? Verdammter Mist, der Motor brennt!
Still didn't manage to kill.
Alle mal zurück!
Oh, pack.
Jawohl, Hauptmann.
Not want to engage that, really. Nyum.
Geschütze überprüft und einsatzbereit.
At least we forced it back.
Wir wurden getroffen!
But yeah, I think we're going to throw this in here. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. It went for the fun. We had fun. I should have put my A in better position. If I had, it would have saved it. Like that King Tiger Shouldn't have died there, but that was my bad. Oh shit! I haven't checked the trades. We can double check, but it's gonna be horrible. Well, it doesn't matter. Sorry, currently running with Kerb. All right, there is that done. So, I mean, we had the fun. We had the fun. That's what matters. Yeah, thanks to you, Kerb. Thanks to you too. And GG's. And you don't bring enough leaders in discipline, except in the center where you brought all of them. Yeah, I thought I needed more of them there to push, but to be honest, at some point I was so overwhelmed and I didn't really know where to, like, as you can see, I was desperately putting units there to even have something there. I just couldn't bring the leaders. I forgot about the support ones though, because those I could have put there instead of disheartened units, and then I could have had a disheartened unit and a military police there. That would have been a good idea. The leader probably not, but because the leaders, I mean, they're just not good enough as a fighting unit. So that's why I never put them there. Oh, I didn't know that they had. I didn't know that 21st only gets one. Actually, I didn't check. It's all good. I mean, to be fair, I banned the divisions with the elephants because I didn't really want to go up against the elephant with a king tiger. That would have been horrible. So probably the way to go would have been picking something like this and letting, you know, Luftwaffe open and maybe 10 on the 15th, and then we could have had square off with these. Unfortunately, I also couldn't ban like all of the king tiger ones. I wouldn't have minded going with only IS2s. We had that engagement. It was, let's say, interesting, but I get it. I mean, you played it well, so you are not in the position to complain at all, I think, or apologize. See, the spread distance on the FA classes spreads out way further than normal. Yeah, it's horrible. I thought that it is actually good when Emil said it, but it isn't. Well, now we know. You know, learn something more. I don't play that division very often, so I haven't actually tried them out before. But that means at least we can do some Q games. Yeah, I would have hoped for that one not to go to be as short, honestly, but it was. So there's that. We have to live with that now. Bori is saying that there's about 6 of us between Australia and New Zealand combined. Well, I mean, if you look at the so wait, hold on. In the competitive, like people actually playing tournaments, is you, Bori, right? We have Kerb, we have Rotaya, and we have Spectacular. That's 4 that I know of. So considering how small the active community is in the 1v1 community that's still playing actively, I think it's actually, in terms of percentage, I think that's actually quite good for Australia and New Zealand combined, I would think. So, but yeah. Regardless, I mean, you're just some fine players among you. I mean, yeah, in total, there's probably not that many, but of those that are actually still active, or at least somewhat, I think it's not that bad of a quota. What do you think? Yeah, it's very weird, Kerb. You're right. I mean, I also don't know why. Pretty sure saying it. That's actually a good term of to summarize it up. But yeah, this is like quite overrepresented. It's true. It's interesting anyway. I mean, this game, it seems to be mostly popular in, I guess, Australia and New Zealand, at least if you look at the amount of players that are actually from there, like percentage-wise. And then Europe is huge. It's surprising to me that the US is not that big. since you would expect it to be equally big there than Europe, but at least in the active community at the moment, it looks like Europe is generally much more active. I don't know about Asia, because not that many people, I think, play with us. I think a lot of them are just... I think a lot of these Asian players are probably playing in Asian communities. I think, but I don't know. Just as living in Australia, media strength reflex because you need to stay aware of wild at 24/7. True, Kerb. Attack Power was from NA, but while he might be one of the most visible people, I think that doesn't make the majority NA, which is even weirder. Look, considering he is kind of he was the face of Steel Division 2 for ages. Still is though, honestly. It's hard to play while fending off drop person's spider's throat. Just is that your excuse now, Bori? Kerb says Luna and YK are the only Asians I know. Blitz is also Asian, and I think Mirage as well, who recently came back. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he might also be. And we could count... well, he's not actually Asian. I think he's German, but Prop Lord is living in, what, Japan now, I think you said at some point. But anyway, let's get into a queue game, I think. And that's probably going to close off. Oh, actually, it's not that. 2-hour stream. So do one more and then we're going to leave it at that since it's a weekday. So we're going to have some fun in the queue. With what? That's a big question. Also, I need to, because otherwise they're going to add up. I have them. Goodbye. But they're just piling up, and then I at some point need to lead them again. All the tournament divisions that I build and this kind of thing. Don't get me essays. I know in a city. I am not from Africa. Which doctor is? I am not. I'm Swiss, actually. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we play? Where's your accent from? My English accent? It's just a mix of whatever, really. Not from anywhere. It's a second language. I learned it. But I have for quite a while tried to learn a proper British accent, which is not really what I'm doing. And now it's just a mix of all the accents that you might hear somewhere. Not the fancy ones like, you know, Australian, New Zealand, Scottish, Irish, the cool ones. That sound really nice. I love all these. They sound so cool. But I think what I'm talking, what I'm like, my accent is probably just a mix of British and American accent. And depending on how much I try to have a proper English accent, it might go more into that direction, or it might go to others. But so generally speaking, playing games with people online and watching TV series and films in English to learn it better, because my English was horrible when I came out of school, because I hated learning languages. So I think that's what affected it mostly. What is that? British. 100% there's a fact there's quite a few New Zealand Australians, and you sound very so. Okay. Nah. Did Russian community get extinct after Kamras? I actually don't know. I don't really know many people from the Russian community. But maybe someone in the chat knows. Anyway, we need to get into a game, and we should get a division for that. That is fun to play. I could go with another one of the new ones. I haven't played S&P a lot, so that's definitely one that I'd like to do. Other than that, Walter, it's always a fun one. My beloved 50 bigs. Oh, we could go with Munte. Munte's always cool. NOV. Oh, you want to see me suffer, don't you? We can do NOV. We can do NOV. I have not played in ages, so let's see. First Vulture Maker. Ooh, actually, yeah. You got me there. I know what we're gonna do. I like that one. Where's my build? Double check it. I'm not gonna play it balanced, though. I know you love to see that, worry. I'm not going to build it balanced. Where is my deck? And this one I actually have played somewhat recently, so the deck shouldn't be absolutely horrible. Actually, why? Oh, okay, that's why they're in B phase. No, never mind. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. This looks okay to me. This looks pretty okay to me too. We could take, but that's super expensive. That one is not too bad actually. But ME410s, I think, are just way better. Oh, here I actually bring that one through. It's a edition, but yes, I played balance. To be honest, I really used to love balance too, but there was very much attack power's influence there. And the more the longer I play this game, the more I started to hate balance. I don't actually hate it. But my issue with first Fallschirmjäger, my issue with balanced is in the queue there's no time limit, and whenever I play balanced in the queue, I run into some super Chad who has perfected the strategy of not giving enough ground that I can quickly win with balanced, while still piling up a ton of RT, and it's just going to be like a 1.5 hour RT grind game. I'm just not really a fan of this anymore. I don't like it anymore. And I think what Kerb says here, so he says my attention span is too fried for balance. I think this is the same for me too by this point. Not necessarily because my attention span changed, but it's just like I feel like if you want to start playing better, like the better you get, the more difficult it gets to maintain the level with the amount of units you stagger up with balance. It's just getting incredibly hard. I just can't do it. Full support time, is it even worth it? Yes, it is. As we learn more, V for Victory lately allows for more flexible play in quick play ranked and works well to stop players who just A-phase light armor rush. True. I mean, V for Victory is pretty good, but it can be pretty good if you ask me, Emil. But in my opinion, it's very difficult to play. Like, it's not that many people play it. Headshot asks if I can speak French. No, I don't know what to say, so I'm not even gonna go with that. But I can speak a little bit, but it is really basically vanished. It was still okay-ish after high school, but ever since that ended, I've not used it anymore, and it's horrible now. Pronunciation is probably still okay, but actually it is because Koenig commented on it at some point. But vocabulary, grammar, all that thing is gone. Is V for Victory pure counter to Vanguard? Kinda. The stats, we don't have that many stats on that, but at least Koenig stats kind of show that it isn't necessarily. It is definitely a decent choice. I would say it's not a bad choice, in my opinion. But the data is not really consistent. And now, we don't know if this is also, it's so little data points, so that it really depends on who played that. So we can't really take any conclusions for that. But generally speaking, I still believe it is, but it can be an issue. Boreal says, as you know, if you play someone who knows what they are doing, though, and their math with which can be improved. Well, actually, if you ask Emil, it works, but this is where I'm saying V for Victory is something you need to be very proficient to be able to make that work. Because in Emil's eyes, it is actually counter to Maverick, and I can see why. But again, you have to be a master of V for Victory for this to be working. So I would say in most people's hands, yeah, Maverick is pretty rough for V for Victory. But anyway, let's go back to the build here. So this is okay. It's just not much of an armored division. We don't need more than that. Maverick is okay. This is also okay. I think some of the bombers would be good, but honestly, Sagittario is probably better to have since our AA is not phenomenal with the STF Z72s. This thing would not be bad, 320 mils, but the Sagittario is a little bit faster. Also 320 mils, and it has 30 mils. 13 mils versus 20.7 mil. Potato. Doesn't really matter that much, but the speed does, so we're gonna stay with the Sagittario. This is good. And these are actually pretty decent now, I think, for the price, although the rate of fire is horrendous. This is okay. So the general way I built this, my idea with this is I see more as an infantry division, which obviously it is. But for me, this is more of a division that, like, you're not going to fight well on open maps anyway, so I'm not building this for that. It's just not meant for that. We do have some tools with the Tigers, with the 88s, but it's not really what this division is good at. So I'm not going to bring, for example, the one card of Nashorn. I'm not going to bring this, despite it now being actually quite good with the availability. But this is why I bring that many Panzerschrecks, because it's great for towns and such. Maybe we should reconsider that, but the issue is we don't have that much armor. Don't have that many tanks, so up close we might quickly need the Panzerschrecks and the Pumpkin. What does that? So I'm still not convinced. Maybe this is actually worth taking. We don't really have that much 2k other than Tigers. We have the 88 in here, but that's not great, as we all know. You'd have a good amount of 2k though. I'm going to leave it as is. I think it's going to be okay. This here looks okay as well. We have some cheap infantry in A phase. We have good infantry in A phase too. B phase we have more good infantry. And in C phase we have things to be there. We don't take the sniper yet because of the availability. That was the reason why. We can't take in anything fancy. We could take in this one. That is maybe not the worst idea. That's about the only change I would make. I think this is playable enough as it is. And that we can hit the queue. Been long enough. Let's get going. Oh, there we go. Recently changed by the looks of it. Oh, found someone. So either someone's been searching for hours or someone is sniping. Let's see. Let's see which of the two it is. It's also possible that someone was searching for hours and is now sniping. Let's see. Let's see what we find here. Also curious about the map we get. That could be really bad. That could be really good. Okay, we have some weird dude playing Koruk. How long is that name? It's a boomer tier. Probably the best way to not lose against Artispam is not let them build Artispam. I mean, it is kind of how you have to play. You need to have constant enough pressure and good pressure, because then your opponent can't just build up RT massively. As soon as you allow your opponent to build up RT, as soon as you give your opponent breathing room, he can start building up artillery. So it is especially noticeable if you're in a matchup where you have a bad, where you really struggle with pushing because you don't have the right units for it. Then you will see. Then you will see how quickly RT is going to build up on your opponent's side. So if you have something that struggles but can generate a little bit of pressure, you still allow your opponent to gradually buy artillery pieces, and then all of a sudden it's going to struggle. And yes, as Schüssel pointed out, the river maps. It's just very easy to do. Well, Bowbury is actually okay by the Bull because there's plenty of ways to cross that. Krupa is the one where it's very often a big RT party. Gora is another one where it's very often a big RT party. Alright. Let's get this going. You don't know this guy, so we have to expect. We have to be ready for everything, really. That's gonna bring this over here, and then we can fool the car back here. So we still have. So we still have recon, but if this dies, we have the car back there. That's maybe a little bit excessive, but you know. At least with the opener, we can do all these weird move orders. Later on, I really shouldn't do that. I do that way too often, and then that costs me a lot of precious micro time. This is, by the way, also why I've started playing way more aggressive in recent times, because I've just noticed that I'm way better with that way, because I can't really make the mistake of being too micro intensive. If you're pushing everywhere, you're really focusing on the macro scale, not on the micro scale, which otherwise I'm very heavily microing things that I shouldn't. Good. So here we should win in this like area light armor can be a bit of an issue, but luckily, haha, we do have plenty of AT with these guys and these guys. So I'm not really worried about that. In terms of CQC, it's going to be wonky. He doesn't have a ton of it, but he can definitely deal with ours. In A phase, he's one card of Pioneers, and then he has the LFV Chasseur. These are going to be a bit dangerous. Also need to be careful. He's going to probably start ass-spamming me too. He has a good air force. Right, we're going to rush that in. We're going to bring an early Panzer up here, so we might actually need it. Over here, we are just going to bring... I think a Stoßtrupp might actually do the trick here. We just keep it at the edge of the forest, and if he comes with infantry, because of the cover difference, it should win. Especially within a range where the FG42 can work, and if he comes in with CQC, rushes in here, we can win at CQC with this. That's probably the way to go over there. We can rush into there, although we probably can't push further because he has plenty of light armor. I don't really want to waste my press punch for this, which is not going to be a long term hold anyway. Like that is pretty much out of the question. But again, the MG42 can potentially do some pressure over there. We need to get in there. So we have to be careful now. I think it's probably best if we try to combine long range AT with AA as well. So like an 88 over here, for example. Because otherwise, if I bring like a tiger over here, it's just going to bring the AT plane to deal with that. And we could also bring the 88 over here. It's actually a position I don't use very often, but it should defensively work relatively well. The problem is you can actually get into range where you can shoot back at it very quickly. So I have to be very careful with it. But you know, it doesn't look like a horrible idea. So let's give it a try. We have recon in there. That's good. Probably recon in here would also be good, but I don't really know how to do that best. Alright, we do have light AT. Completely forgot about that. So we can set up one like over here so that you can't just... You see, it's quite a bit of light armor. But we can force it to go into specific ways, like this, through here, through here, through here. Like, it is relatively easy to just kind of pick that apart. Is it worth bringing one of these in here? I kind of think it is, but it might just get bombed. We're gonna try. We're gonna take one. These are actually gonna be super clutch as well, because other than the Tiger, nothing can really pen that in terms of armor actual armor that he has. And he's most likely... Oh no, I have the 88 to save here. That's actually good. And he's most likely having the Tigers in B phase, since that's when you get 3 of them. I'm going to send a Flamer in there. I'm going to follow up with a Grenadier MG42. So for these kind of more risky pushes, I pick units that are not super expensive, can still do the trick, because I know that infantry is bad. And this is the whole core idea behind that. Next up, we're going to bring this over here, and we're also going to bring the MG42 over here as well. This one needs to go through here, though. Otherwise, it's going to get killed from here. This one is also a little bit risky, but I think we can get away with it. Now, in here, we're going to take an FG42, Stoßtrupp, and one of these, and the leader. Actually, hold on. Let me rethink that. Need to make sure that we're not losing this. So this is where definitely we should bring a leader in. We should have something that can fight over there. So this is where maybe an FG42 would not be a horrible idea. And then we need to start thinking about how we really want to fight over this. Maybe a support stick would not be a horrible idea here either. Oh, this is still short range because... Oh, this doesn't have 2 KHE. Can this thing have... Having it here is actually good. No, because he might push with armor over here, and then I have a response ready to go. So that's not a horrible idea. Bring one of these. Not the position. Oh, you can't. Oh, you could somehow cover both these areas, but I guess we're gonna leave a machine gun in here. Because it's that kind of cover. We are also gonna bring an AT gun over there as well. Sitting in here. That he can't really push easily from over there. And then we're going to bring an FG-42 in there. Should win against anything that's going to go that way. We can have a Fallschirmjäger Pioneer to reinforce. If anything, is Stoßtrupp actually. Stoßtrupp and MG-42 to reinforce. Because otherwise the one FG-42 might get overwhelmed by all the spam. And then this we can care about later. I think that's okay. We pressured this. We try to pressure these two flags, and then we're probably gonna go with the hill here, reinforce that, and make sure that he just can't push in anymore. And then we just grind over this, defend this. That's gonna be the strategy. Ready when you are. Ah, there we go. Good luck, have fun then. I think early A is going to be useful because, again, this is an air spam division. So we have to be careful about that. You do have the Sagittarius already. I wish I had 5 points left because I could actually buy it right away if he starts with some air spam shenanigans. For now, I just have to. I should have brought more of these for the deployment. It's actually stupid of me not to do that. Because again, he doesn't have that many heavier tanks. J7 Recon coming in. Yeah, we're going to bring AA next. Because if I don't do anything to stop it, he's going to follow up with more planes very soon. So that's that. We're going to have some AA over here. We have an 88 here. We need one AA piece over here, and then we're probably good to go. Okay, we're going to push over there. Yeah, he's going to bring some armor over here. Going to bring one of these up here, and then we can bring the A in here. Yeah, I thought he's going to push that. Is he going to push up? He's going to push up, yeah.
Tanks voll, Zündvorrichtung gereinigt. Vorwärts, zur Front geht's hier entlang. Wir haben Verlust erlitten. Bereit, Herr Hauptmann.
No, that's not the one I wanted to move. Oh, big push up here. Interesting. We're gonna push that in. We got that. Good. Okay, so we're gonna have to put something over here just to hold that flag. It can be done though.
Feind direkt vor eigener Stellung. Speer zur Stelle.
And we are gonna bring one of these in here. We're gonna bring a tank. This over here. And this is gonna get shelled now. Oh, he's actually going after the machine gun. You can stay there and push that. Oh, he's suffering from hill depression. Let's move you forward then. And we get something in there to hold that flag. Alright. Just gonna go after that and then should be dealt with. I'm gonna bring this one in here, it's kind of hybridy. That's all we need. Nebelwerfer is coming after the 88. We're gonna fall that back as soon as the first one lands. Shouldn't do much at this distance. It's way too... And now we're gonna kite him towards our AA. Okay. tried to go for a strafing run. I think he did.
Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
Nehmt alles unter Beschuss.
Aufgepasst, Männer, es geht los.
Was gibt's, Leitstelle?
Sanitäter!
Wie lauten die Befehle?
Rennt zu! Wir müssen hier raus!
Just keep turning and then it's gonna be forced off.
Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt. Jawohl, Herr Kommandant.
We can actually shoot that down. There we go, got the kill there. Gonna load this here actually.
Stehen bereit.
Are you also suffering from heel depression? No, you're not. Okay, good. I'm gonna get another... A Stu 42 is actually a good answer over here.
Auf der Jagd.
Rennt zu!
Den Feind
Okay, good. Got some good kills over there. Oh, it's not really what I wanted. Might be able to get that over there. It's pushing this.
Beschützt die
Ah, we got
Artillerie.
that killed. That's good. It's good, it's good. We can put that in the defensive position over here. And then we just keep pushing. Oh, hello
Landsat
there.
zur Stelle.
And then we get... do we really need that mortar? Actually, it's useful over here. Something like this is also useful. And we're gonna get another support stick in here. We also need something up here, otherwise it's just gonna push through there. This thing... Oh. Yeah, I think you're relieved from service now. It's I don't necessarily need you anymore.
Position müssen wir raus.
Ooh, this is not really the way I want you to go.
Der ist erledigt. Bereit, eine
AT plane.
auszumachen.
Let's see if I can stop that in time. I think I can. Yeah.
Bereit für die Jagd.
Sagittario would be ready, but I don't think it's there in time.
Jawohl,
Alright, let's see what we have here. We can actually support this now with the support stick. Huzzah! Oh, actually, we can't, as a matter of fact. Did the other one die? It did. Oh no, it's that one. It's that one, I just shifted it.
Fallschirmjäger, kampfbereit.
Oh, this thing can be moved.
Seid vorsichtig, Kameraden.
And then we are just, I guess we're gonna have to bring a tiger. But, I know.
Jawohl.
Can't really deal with that, so... And with that,
Los, Marsch, Marsch.
we need to stop the push over there.
Er hat uns erwischt. Marsch. Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken. Halte Ausschau nach feindlichen Flugzeugen.
Feind in der Nähe. Beschützt die Artillerie. Wir stehen unter starkem Beschuss.
No...
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze. Rot 6, kampfbereit.
Einsatzbereit. Weder Freund noch Feind. Nur lohnendes.
Right, go after that.
Achtung, der Feind ist
And then we start pushing back a
Ziel
little bit.
vernichtet.
Marschbereit.
This thing is still here. It's very annoying.
Voll ins Schwarze.
Right, let's get another one of these back in here, another one of these up here, and then we can probably get back over there.
Voll ins Schwarze. Verstanden. Aufspüren und vernichten.
Oops.
Zur Stelle,
Bring
Hauptmann.
this up here. Leave this in that position. That's a good position. We got that flag, we got that flag. We just lost these two. That's alright.
Jawohl, Herr Kommandant.
It can't really push through here anyway. This thing unfortunately does not have any proper AT, but that's alright. Two.
Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
Maybe the Molly will eventually kill it. Actually, did the Molly kill it? No, I think he has. He has to have been this. Would have been very surprised otherwise. There we go, we got that flag too. Back again. We have this one, so we should be able to bring this in now and hold that
Feind direkt vor
better,
eigener Stellung.
I guess. This is repairing, so we can't use it at the moment. Felt like it's circled in there forever. What do you mean specifically?
Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
Yeah, we'll bring another one.
Der ist hinüber.
And there we go. Okay, Pioneer here will get killed off eventually. But we can move that in.
Den Feind nehmen wir im Handstreich.
Can actually use that to push. Oh,
Hat jemand ein Taxi bestellt?
oh my, oh my.
Sanitäter!
See, this is where we're just going to pin all of this, and then we can deal with the armor separately. I think he should not really stand a chance against. Ah, the fighter. Alright. It's the armor push stopped. I just don't want it to shoot anything while it's pushing there. I shouldn't really catch that, but I can bring in the Sagittario. It's obviously planning on bringing more planes. And once it turns, which should be any second... Oh, it's coming from over here, never mind. Well, Sagittario is a good turning radius. Technically. If you microwave correctly, which I don't. I'm just gonna leave it back here, honestly. Alright, let's leave it there for now. Let's see what we can and should reinforce. The Tiger is kinda not needed over here now. This can push forward. This we can put like right here. Turn off auto cover just in case it wants to move into a better position. We need to be careful. He does have some bazooka infantry. Actually, this to me looks like we might be able to get in this position. Then we can see if we can poke at that flag. Just look what we can do. Sagittario, don't want it to go too far away. We can bring a leader up here together with some CF. Now that we have them, might as well. We definitely need something here to spot for us, and then we can start pushing into that one again. Maybe just put one of these in the open and see what we can do. Gunshots and auto rebuild myself. We can shift this over. We don't need it. We can save this for CQC. We can move that up here and see what we can do with that one as well. And then maybe we push up a Stostrup in here and just see what we can do with it. We've got to poke somewhere. Take some risks at least. There we go, Stuka coming in. Oh, this thing needs to move up. It's not... Doesn't have any 2k at the moment, so... Can still stop it maybe. Sagittario might be able to get a kill here. Oh, forgot about that. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, got the kill, but I'm gonna get a kill here. That's good. Let's bring another fighter, which I don't mind if it's gonna get close there. We can do that. After gonna get killed off here. I'm gonna bring the LTU 42 over here. And then I can do the 2k over here. Apparently can't spot that, but that's alright. Bring one of these in here. It's gonna bring another one of these up here. And let's see if we can actually push into this flag. It's probably not a good call, but you know, for the time, we can make some pressure there early on. Actually, let's take this engaged way of engaging it, because it might show sidearm and I turn slowly, and then there's a Valentine over there. It's not the good one, but even the low pen one, you know, can pen the sidearm of that tank. I don't really want to risk that. You have served your country well. You can disengage now. Ooh. Might as well just go after that again, since I don't see anything better. Oh, actually, this thing we could bomb here. Which, if you had some more... Does more recon here really help? I don't know. We can bring some CFs here, and then we have that lockdown as well. 59, there we go. I still want to push this eventually. It looks like my transport that came here died over here, so there must have been something up here. Look at me being a true Sherlock Holmes. It's probably, it probably was. What could it have been? Maybe... Oh, actually, we're going to head on that and then fall back. We need this into position again. Stu can move over here. It's going to be alright. Okay, now there's AA. Where is it? Very far back, so... Don't mind that too much. Oh, so he has reacted. Well, the Valentine is not in a position where I can do anything about it. We're winning that because of the cover difference. That is so bad. That should not be the case. We might be able to kill it with that. It has a heat shell, I think, can one-shot it. I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we can do over here. Maybe we can actually push for this in there as well. Just need to generate pressure, which I think we're really not struggling with at the moment. You know, if I don't see anything... actually, no, let's wait. It's not really worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of armor here. Whoop. If he gets too close, we might be able to suke it, but... Turn off auto cover and move it in there. Oh, there we go. This is what I wanted to see. You can't see, but that's alright. This is a good position. We can leave it over there. ZF. Can move in. see what we can do. Then you can go back. I'm not going to do the full back queue up again, because the way it worked last time. There we go, next plane's going to come in.
Verstanden. 360, Ende.
Turn. Running radius of this, unfortunately, you could get on the back and shoot it down. Yeah. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Let's bring this in here. We have a leader next to it anyway. Another Sagittario is ready to go. You can bait him in there. Actually, we should pull this back. Oh, the AA died. Oopsie doopsie. Oh, he's going after the Stu, he's not going after... Oh. Oh, he's going after the Tiger. Bring another one. Okay, we can forget about that then. Well, we can continue pushing here then, and we can bring... No. This thing. Maybe can do something. Still holding in the flag up there, I'm not that happy about that really. Yeah, the problem is that I can't really be protected. That's why I was not really sure if I wanted to do that. I didn't need to pull that back. We're gonna get another one then. I mean, if it works. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, yeah, this is what I was gonna say. I think I need to fall back here. Wow! Holy moly! How bad is that thing?
Mehr Feuerkraft gefällig?
Oh, now there's gonna be a disarm push, big one there. It's alright, bring a leader there. We have some support tools. Where is the leader that I was calling in for that one? Did I not? Oh, did I not call it in? Oops. Oh no! Forgot. Yeah, here I don't have any recon anymore. Okay, I didn't even see it. That's the bad thing. We're gonna bring it over here, and then we have to move it in because otherwise it's gonna get sniped. Same thing for you. There it is. There's a culprit. Say goodbye to that annoying AT gun. Yeah, that's a fight he's gonna lose. And there's a ton of those there, so there's a chance of this not going super well for me. Yeah, these stop these. These are a problem. Thank you. One. Okay. Don't have any cheap thing. Nothing cheap left. Let's surrender those. That was a bad idea because now we've given up on our cover difference. Is the Molly actually hitting both then? Okay. Huge! Huge! This is not where I want to, but now we can might as well just commit. Okay, we have another one of these ready to go. So we're just going to bomb whatever is here, and we might get the flag back. Probably a little bit of a greedy call there, but, you know. I have to wait. Let's see for that. Let's cover that off with another ZF. I can probably find the machine gun. I don't really want to bring those in there, really. Now we can support that thing. Okay, okay. Maybe it's not that bad of an idea to bring a Panzerwreck in here now. Oh, this thing is counting as a medium tank. Damn. We can get some heavy artillery going. Lol, this thing's actually... Oh boy. Okay, this might have been a little bit of an overreaction, but at least... I have a feeling that flag is secured for the time being. He's brought in 88 himself. Funny thing is... If I really focus this down, I can still win this engagement. It should still surrender it since it's behind the front line, right? Ooh, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Oh. There we go. We're gonna get another one. We also got in here. We're gonna bring one of these in here. And push this forward now. Push this forward as well. We can actually bring this in here now. Let's hope he doesn't see them, not bomb it. We would have needed to follow that up earlier. Let's see what we can do over there. We have here... It 1. That's what we have here. Is that 122? That's an 88! Ooh, I'd love to kill that. Actually, you can see that. No, you can't see that. So we can actually get in there. This one was spotted, so... It's not going to go anywhere. We can hit that now. Bazooka. Huzzah! I need to reload, and then we hop in and down again as needed. Actually push forward. Let's see what's over there. Get another tank up here. We can put you on fire at will, because I really don't have the time to decide where you want to shoot at. I also don't see much. There's a tank. Okay. So... I'm having enough of you. But there's a tiger. No, that's infantry. So I need a tiger. Yeah. Hold back. Misclicked. We have to go that way. I don't want to face check that with a Jagdpanzerfuhr. Especially not the A0 version. Okay, let's get that again. There we go. 59 minutes again. Pull you back. And then we're going to bring a tiger on of our own. You can also do fire at will, honestly. I have no idea what to go after otherwise. There we go. Tiger. Big boy. We have a pooption here. We do have the STS at 7. Actually, let's move it back here, maybe. That should be safe. Yeah, the setup should have spotted anything going that way. So, too concerned about that. And once you get that killed, and also engage that. And also engage that. Then we have some plays going on. Out again. Finally got the live stream in time. In a long while. I have bad news for you. Because I'm not sure if we're going to do another game after that one. But yeah. I just lost 2 games against Kerb. And now we're winning in the queue. Oh, that's what's going on at the moment. So we killed the 88. I don't mind that at all, actually. I think we can call one of these back. One of them can keep yours back up, because he might push it again. This thing is basically off limits. We don't have enough armor to push that again. Or at least I don't want to bring in a tiger for that. That's a little bit excessive. We can bring this to the front line. We can bring this to the front line. We can bring this over here. And we can poke with this. Actually, we can try to get in there. Oh. Hello there. Just keep that ready. In case it's needed. Then eventually I want to get in there again, but at the current moment I just don't see anything that's there. So that's unfortunate. Okay, what do we have here? Well, we have this thing sitting around, so might as well push that down here and have a look. Actually I have to push that again. 2 minutes left only, so... oh, did you kill that tiger? No, doesn't look like it. We need to have some eyes here again. Oh, what are you going on? Oh, you're going after my artillery. At this distance, I would be very surprised if you killed it. Wow, okay. Okay. Streamer luck, I guess. And come on. You cannot expect this thing to kill much at that distance. Generally speaking. But I guess this time, I was wrong. Wow. I can't complain, admit it. I know. The cheeks yourself there. Yeah, I think we know who's at fault here. We know who's at fault. Oh, now it's turning back. Well, it is what it is. I'm still very busy going after my setup though, which this one you're not gonna get. Ah, yeah, there we go. Still 59 though, so I'm not complaining about that. I might actually go away. So I'm jinxing myself again, did I? Ooh, there we go. Nice bombing run over there. You're still busy going after that one though, so... Hello, sir. Can you please go after whatever is over there? There's an 88 over here, so... I don't think I'm gonna try and chase that. Other AA as well. Just gonna ignore that now. Right, let's bring another one of these in, and then we're gonna push that again. We can also start pushing in over there. Oh, there we go. Forgot to write the GGs. I'm sorry, whoever you were. I'm not writing GGs. Trades were actually quite even. Oh, look at that. Major. It's not too bad. Although personally, a rank, I don't play it anymore, so just that. I mean, honestly, 404 multiplayer games, this is a good win rate for that. So gotta respect that. I mean, he was playing this game on hard mode, bad side, off the map, and Korg. So, and there's that. But yeah, GG's to him. But I mean, again, if you have that win rate, can't really complain. Of course, if you get such a matchup on that map, you can't complain because let's face it, this division was really not well suited for that map. Not at all, actually. He made the play in the one place where he could realistically get something, which was my right-hand flank, and that was a good plan for him. It just unfortunately for him didn't really work out. But again, that's not really his fault. That's more of the game's fault there. So, but I think that is enough Steel Division for today. We got some fun games, not necessarily very successful games except for the last one, but they were fun. I hope they were also fun for you guys to watch. Again, you don't always, at the moment I'm not taking tournaments super seriously, as you might have noticed, those of you who are following the tournaments more closely, except for FFB Arena. But if you don't take any other tournament super seriously, that's kind of consequence. Again, before we leave, if you want to sign up for the tournament that I'm hosting next month, you still have about 2 weeks left to do that. Basically, the way it's going to work is, so there, you find the link in, or not today's video, but the one from Friday, will also find it on my Discord. If you're on my Discord, if you're on the FOB HQ Discord, you'll also find the link there. There's a link for the signups, there's a link for the rules as well. The way it's going to work is you're going to build your own battle group. So for those of you who have been in the Kingdom of Noobs, you might remember the Kingdom of Steel tournament. This is basically what we're reviving. So you build your own battle group where you have kind of a, basically like you have, this here for a division. You have the same thing, but with divisions. And then the tabs are just tier. So S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. Those are the tiers that we have. And then you also have a price assigned and the amount of activation points. And then based on the tier list that is also provided within the rule set, you can pick your, you can build your deck. Of course, these are more expensive. S and A tier, B, C, and D tier are cheaper, so you're naturally going to bring more of those divisions. But you can make your own mix. So if you're interested in that, sign up. We still, especially, I want to do multiple brackets if possible. And at the moment, it's looking like we have one big bracket, which I don't really like because then we can't sort by skill, which I think is more fun for everyone at the end of the day. So yeah, consider signing up if you're interested. Other than that, thank you all for being here, whether you sign up or not, and have a good day. See you all very soon in the next video.